Hi everyone, my name is Callie May and welcome to my channel Callie Made. Please join me as I start my January plan with me. Today I wanted to use the inspiration from this film called Over the Moon. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I really love it. It's an animated film about the moon goddess Chang'e and this girl Fei Fei who wants to meet her to solve her problems. And I just thought it was super cute and I was really excited about it because of Asian representation. And it was also directed by Glenn Keane, who is a very famous name in the animation industry. He has done a lot of great things in the animation industry and worked on films like The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Tangled, just to name a few. But it was really awesome to see that he was working with a Chinese studio to create a film like this. So on the left side, you can see that I am making a January thankfulness list. And on this side, I like to jot down like a sentence of something that I'm thankful for every single day of the month. And that's why I have numbered it from 1 to 31, because there's 31 days in January, obviously. And I just think it's really important to recognize what you're thankful for the day, even if you did have a bad day. Just to think about the things that I'm blessed with. And on the right side, I decided to imitate the logo of Over the Moon, and instead of the title, I put January in the middle. And so I have my moon and then my little rabbit on the bottom side, and then the rocket ship that Fei Fei takes to go meet the moon goddess. Now I don't want to give away too much of the film, but I definitely think it's a really cute film. And I love that they use inspiration from a Chinese folklore story about the moon goddess, which is basically like an origin story of why they celebrated the Mid-Autumn Festival in China, or also called the Moon Festival. And so I was really excited to see this film just because of Asian representation, and also I'm half Chinese, and so seeing that kind of representation was awesome, and also having cultural cues like visually in the movie was really exciting. Just the little things, I guess. And so I finished up my spread by adding blue to the lettering, just like the title of Over the Moon, and some yellow for the moonlight colors. And then on my next spread, I'm making my calendar. I already drew it out, and now I just had to outline it in pen and marker. And I usually don't draw a bunch of squares, but this time I just felt like it. So that's what I did. And I also continued with the same kind of font for my lettering. I wanted to continue the cute Over the Moon title feel. And it kind of feels kind of bubbly too, so I think that's why I kind of liked it. I never really do a bubbly style, I guess, for lettering at least. And yeah, I also decided to draw lanterns because what celebration in China is there without lanterns, right? I just think that the lanterns were really beautiful. I found this really cool reference image online of an artist who made lanterns, like drew lanterns for the film. And these were the kind of shapes that she or he, I'm not sure who, drew. And it was really cool because I have only seen like the round type, and so seeing all these different shapes was really awesome. And so I was really inspired to use those types of shapes to create these lanterns, as well as designs for the spread. And I know the Moon Festival is not in January because it's obviously a fall thing, but I just wanted to start off the year with something super happy and hopeful, just like the movie. Hopeful for the most part, I guess. I don't want to give away too much in case you guys haven't seen it because it's still fairly new. But I don't know. I mean, have you guys seen Bao, the Pixar film? I feel like it has those kind of vibes, but in a different way. With still like Chinese cultural cues, but just some things that are relatable, that can be relatable to everyone and not just a single culture. So that was a really nice touch, because you don't see that a lot in animation when representing a different culture. Even though like everything's not going to be exactly accurate, because they still want that element of magic, right? Yeah, so these are my lanterns. I am erasing the pencil lines because those bother me when I look back at it. And I don't like to see it under the colors of my markers sometimes. And here I am using my Tombow dual pen brush. Also, I forgot to mention I was using a Micron, a Sakura Pigma Micron pen. I think that's the real name of the exact name, I don't know, of the black pen. I'll link it down below. And I also am using Crayola Super Tips. And these are all easy to find on the internet if you want to try out these different things. I really love them because they're super useful, and I use them all the time for my bullet journaling. And so now here I am coloring lanterns. Lots and lots of lanterns. I guess I could tell you more about some cool things that I know about the film. So I went to grad school for animation, and they had a film festival, right? And Glenn Keane, the director of this film, was going to have a talk. It was via online because, you know, COVID kind of ruined everything in person for us, right? And so he talked about how this film sort of came to be and how he got involved. And he basically was approached by someone, and he fell in love with the character Fei Fei, and this was the kind of character that he knew he wanted to be a part of and kind of explore that. And he even went to China with this group of people to sort of explore the world that Fei Fei would live in. And then they just started from there and built from there. And they also chose a bunch of actors and singers who he felt were like the right parts for these people. The right parts for these characters. And it was just really cool how he was describing it. He mentioned how he met, I can't remember which actress it was, but I know that it was someone who speaks and sings Chinese, and he was in awe of her performance and just thought like this was the right voice for Chang'e when she sings in Chinese. And so I just thought that was really cool that he was able to share something like that. And he also talks about how Chang'e, the moon goddess's outfits, were designed by Guo Pei, who is a famous Chinese fashion designer. And the funny thing is that she had an exhibition at my school, and I went to an art school, but I wasn't able to go, unfortunately, because I was so busy. And I believe her exhibit was there for like a month or two. But it was just kind of awesome that, like, you know, how small the world is with connections, but they're all like right there. If you watch the film, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about, of how awesome the outfits look on the moon goddess. They're like unbelievably beautiful. Some quite modern and some, you know, a little bit more traditional, obviously. And so after I finally finished coloring my lanterns, I added some gold because I felt like it needed it with my gold pen. I'll link that below as well. And then I stuck with my pink, yellow, and blue color palette that I'm sort of taking throughout the month. And I number each square for the calendar. And then I added a black piece of paper in the middle, so because the gold pen kind of dries, it takes a little while to dry, and so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to smear. And then I decided to make a habit tracker. So a habit tracker is something that can be useful to some people. I definitely have found in the past that it wasn't working for me, but maybe it was because I was so busy with school. I just didn't feel like I needed to do it. It wasn't a necessity for me, but since now that I'm out of school, I have more time to do things like this, and so I decided to make a habit tracker. And what you do is you label it, and every day of the month you mark when you do that one thing. So let's say if it's like a quiet time or stretching, working out, or reading, or anything. You can put your habits that you want to improve, like flossing, and track how often you do it. Usually people add numbers, but I am so lazy I don't want to add numbers, so I'm just going to color it in with something every day. And then on the right side I made my mood tracker with the little luminarians, which are really small characters in the Over the Moon film. I thought it would be really cute because they're all like kind of blobby type characters, but they're really cute, and I wanted to color them and add facial expressions depending on how I'm feeling, since it's a mood tracker. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And after I drew out all the lines, I started filling in with color and my habits that I wanted to write in. And yeah, so I was really excited about making these spreads because it looks fun to fill out, and I think that's the point of it, because if you don't feel compelled to fill it out, it won't get filled out. Am I right? So that's why I was excited to do that. And I just wanted to finish it off by coloring in the colors that I was going to use for my mood tracker on the side by the word mood tracker. And I also wanted to make sure to color in the actual word mood tracker and the moon, which is yellow, behind it. It's not as round as the moon as I had liked, but gonna work with it, so whatever works. And I think the good thing about bullet journaling is that you can make mistakes and not have to worry about them too much, because it's yours. You're not really telling people how to do it. I guess I kind of am, but I'm not going to be using it against myself, I guess. Also, on the very bottom I wrote "no barriers," because that is a huge quote that is said in the film quite a few times by the brother Chen, and he is so cute. He's so funny. I just thought it was perfect for the spread. And here we are on my actual spread for the week. I decided to draw the bunny rabbit rocket. So basically it looks like paper mache or wire under the paper, and it's in the shape of a bunny because I guess the theme for the moon goddess and the jade rabbit is the rabbit. And I had a lot of fun with this because I also found the concept art for it and also saw it in the film. And so I thought I had to draw it because bunnies are cute. I like cute things. Sorry guys, it's just my thing. And if you don't like cute things, I don't think this channel is for you. Sorry. But I decided to draw the tracks that she uses to basically get the bunny rocket started. And then I decided to break up my my days into columns. And since there's 7 days in the week, I couldn't fit it all in one row, so I put one on the top and made the other two like a to-do list and a weekly goal list that I can do for the week. And I kind of like that because I don't usually do that because I was in school. I didn't have time to have a to-do list or a designated weekly goals list. And so I'm glad that I have like a little bit of space just to do that. And I really liked how this spread turned out in terms of spacing, because it just feels kind of structured, and I think I need some structure for the beginning of the year, guys. I'm definitely going to be working on my portfolio, especially when I'm job hunting. And since this is a hobby, I just thought I'd share that, I'm actually using my planner for real goals and real things that I have to do. Because the job hunt is pretty hard right now with COVID. I'm sure a lot of people can also agree with me. And so I add a little bit of the flaming designs on the bunny, just like it was in the film. And then I color the tracks with brown. It kind of looks more like wood than metal, but I don't know what I was expecting using a brown instead of like a gray. But I just like the offset of the colors of brown and then the light colors. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this flip through of my final spreads, and make it your own. I hope that you guys can watch Over the Moon and enjoy it just as much as I did. Happy New Year, guys!